Reggae Just Extra with Dennis.
Cool down the pace for me, little woman.
When you listen to Gregory Isaacs, something extraordinary happens. His voice is a melodic blend of smoothness, tenderness, and timelessness that captivates the soul.
Went to a dance last Saturday night. I was feeling tipsy and the mood was right. Sight a little daughter and I step in the corner.
This is Reggae Just Extra, your #1 entertainment channel.
Known as the Cool Ruler, Isaacs not only became one of the most iconic reggae singers of all time, but also left an indelible mark with unforgettable hits like Night Nurse, Rumours, and Cool Down the Pace. Yet, behind this enchanting voice lay a fascinating and complex individual. Once deeply connected to the principles of Rastafari, Isaacs experienced a profound transformation. He parted ways with his dreadlocks, embraced the flavors of jerk chicken, and struggled with habits that drew him into the challenges of Babylon. In a powerful 1988 interview with Gleaner journalist Christopher Sergio, Gregory lamented the long slide into addiction that destroyed friendships, compromised his Rastafarian ideals, complicated his love life, damaged his family bonds, and eventually even almost destroyed his musical gift.
I was cooking in high school, I learned a lot. A lot up to my freedom,
His journey is a powerful reminder of the tensions between identity and temptation, making his music resonate even more deeply. This is the untold story of Gregory Isaacs as told by Dennis. Gregory Anthony Isaacs, born in 1951 in Fletcher's Land, Kingston, emerged as a formidable voice of his generation. Captivated by Rastafari, he embraced its powerful messages of freedom, self-respect, and a defiant stand against oppression. In the vibrant atmosphere of the 1970s, Gregory not only grew his dreadlocks but also fully immersed himself in untold liberty, channeling that spirit into his music. His iconic tracks like Mr. Cop and Slave Master transcended mere entertainment. They became potent expressions of resistance and positioning him alongside reggae giants such as Bob Marley and Peter Tosh in the Roots Revolution. Yet, what truly set Gregory Isaacs apart was his ability to bridge different musical worlds. While many of his contemporaries exclusively focused on cultural and militant themes, Gregory boldly ventured into the realm of lovers' rock. His enchanting ballads, including Love Is Overdue and Soon Forward, captivated audiences worldwide, creating a deep emotional connection that resonates with both men and women. This unique blend of romance and reggae earned him global acclaim. However, his rising fame didn't come without backlash. Some within the Rastafari community criticized him, accusing him of veering away from the spiritual message of Jah in pursuit of romantic pleasure. Gregory embraced his identity unapologetically, believing that love transcends all boundaries. While he proudly sported his dreadlocks, a shift away from Rastafari discipline was quietly taking root within him. At the heart of Rastafari lies the principle of untold liberty, a commitment to a natural lifestyle that shuns processed foods, additives, and often meat. This diet is not just a choice, it symbolizes purity and devotion to the covenant. Yet, Gregory Isaacs drifted from these strictures. While his peers diligently adhered to untold stews, Gregory delighted in Jamaica's iconic jerk chicken, tantalizing, spicy, and bursting with flavor, but decidedly non-ital. For many, this was a minor infraction, but for others, it was a telling sign that Gregory identified more as a cultural Rasta than a spiritual one. He cherished the aesthetic, the rhythms, and the atmosphere of Rastafari, yet he often fell short of its rigorous disciplines. This duality made him a compelling figure, caught between cultural celebration and spiritual commitment. In Rastafari, dreadlocks are not just a hairstyle. They are sacred. They represent the Nazirite vow mentioned in the Bible, a vow of separation and devotion to the Most High. They are a crown of strength, a visible banner of resistance, and a living declaration that the wearer refuses to bow to Babylon, the oppressive system of materialism and corruption. For a Rasta, dreadlocks are not cut lightly. To cut them is to break the covenant, to symbolically let go of a vow made before Jah. That is why when Gregory Isaacs, the man the world came to know as the cool ruler, cut his locks, it sent shockwaves through the reggae community. For his fans, and especially for Rastafarians, it was more than just a haircut. It was a declaration, a statement that Gregory had stepped away from the strict spiritual path that once gave his art its fire. Gregory Isaacs never completely abandoned Rastafari. He was still influenced by its teachings, still drew from its imagery, and still carried that unmistakable aura of Kingston street wisdom. But he was no longer living as a prophet, no longer walking as a spiritual messenger. Instead, he embraced the life of an entertainer, a man whose velvet voice was his weapon, whose charm and charisma made him adored worldwide. But behind the glamour, behind the lovers' rock ballads and the stage lights, the greatest battle of Gregory's life was never fought on a microphone. It was fought inside himself. For decades, Isaac struggled with cocaine addiction. The cool ruler, the man who once sang of freedom, was himself trapped in Babylon's most seductive snare. Gregory admitted openly that cocaine damaged him. He confessed that it robbed him of his voice, took away opportunities that should have been his, and drained years of his career that could have been legendary. For Rastafari, such a drug was Babylon's ultimate poison, a tool to cloud the mind, to weaken the spirit, and to pull a man away from the clarity of Jah's vision. Gregory knew it. The world knew it. And yet, the grip of addiction is not easily broken. And still, through it all, Gregory sang. Even with a voice scarred by years of abuse, even when his body was weary and his spirit shaken, that sweetness, that signature velvet tone, always managed to shine through. His fans, loyal to the end, loved him regardless. They didn't just hear a singer, they heard the man, the struggle, the contradictions woven into every note. Gregory Isaacs embodied paradox. He was a Rasta who still enjoyed jerk chicken, a sacred dish of Jamaica but one far from untold purity. He was a dreadlocked singer who eventually cut his locks, stepping away from Rastafari's vows. He was a messenger of love, tenderness, and comfort, yet his life was haunted by addiction and hardship. And yet, through all his contradictions, his music never lost its magic. Every note carried something eternal. Even when he strayed from Rastafari's discipline, his songs carried a spirit that touched millions, from the streets of Kingston to the dance halls of London, from Africa to Europe and beyond. His voice could soothe, it could seduce, it could protest, it could heal. That was his gift. In the end, Gregory Isaacs was not a prophet like Bob Marley, whose every word seemed to echo scripture. He was not a warrior like Peter Tosh, whose defiance could shake governments. Gregory Isaacs was something else. He was the cool ruler. A flawed genius, a lover and a sufferer, a man caught between Babylon's temptations and Rastafari's calling. His story is not one of perfection, but of humanity. And that, perhaps, is why people love him so deeply. Because when Gregory Isaacs sang, you didn't just hear a reggae star, you heard a man, with all his flaws, all his beauty, and all his contradictions. And so, his legacy remains. A velvet voice that still echoes in the halls of reggae history. A man who strayed, yes, but who gave the world music that will live forever. Gregory Isaacs, the cool ruler, will never be forgotten. That's it for this episode, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and leave a positive comment in the section below, and I'll see you again very soon for another interesting video.